Well, Darren the Destroyer Hedgecock, when I last saw him, certainly didn't have that muscle definition, certainly didn't have that bulk, and I think the career now, as far as he's concerned, is here under these rules that we're seeing tonight. Had a few problems with his legs and his knees over the period of time, and has now resorted to boxing. Of course, bit of part-time modelling and a few other small acting jobs. He's probably one of the pretty boys, let's say, Nick, of this fight game.
He certainly is, and if he puts on too much weight, he won't be able to do much modelling anymore. Rob is just...
28 fights, 1 loss and 1 draw he's had, and of course he's had 2 boxing bouts as well. But undefeated, 70k, world champion, Australian and overseas in super welterweight. As I said, now pursuing. Having a look at Dave Smith at the same weight, 80k, is the 23-year-old from the US of A. Don't know what his skills are like. Looks a little soft compared to Hedgecock, but we'll wait and see. Darren Hedgecock in the black trunks. Dave Smith from the United States of America in the red and fighting out of the red corner. Hedgecock. Awesome back. Grab with Hedgecock. Smith fought a week ago, Nick. Actually, probably a little bit unlucky. Went the full 12 rounds.
But lost on
points. Points decision against Philip Gregory. Left hand. Smith, Hedgecock, looking to come over the top. Both fighters just, I see a little bit more respect from these two boys than I've seen from other fighters for the night so far. And we're talking 8 2-minute rounds in this light heavyweight competition. Young Darren has to go, hasn't he?
He certainly has. He's put some serious weight on.
Strong. And Smith is in the corner. I think he might be boxing, just covering up. Now comes back with the left hand, trying to cover up. Hedgecock. Is he spending too much energy early? Because nothing too much has found the mark, in my opinion. All been to the body. Smith quite content to take it. Back now in this neutral corner. And Hedgecock over the top.
Hands up, Darren.
I hope Darren paces himself through this fight and doesn't go too hard in the beginning. But definitely there's some blood coming out of
the nose of Smith. And Hedgecock. He's unloaded a few. He's got some weight behind those. All shoulder behind those punches.
A lot of shoulder.
Hedgecock
put some serious muscle.
Gloves up high from Darren Hedgecock in the black trunks against fighter from the United States and Dave Smith. Smith, a little grimace, looking. And already Hedgecock's found the mark. A bit of blood trickling from the nose of Smith. Flicking the left hand out, Hedgecock. And the end of round 1. I don't think there's any damage done. Just a little bit of a bump on the nose.
A little bit of a bump on the nose, and it seems just fine. Doesn't seem to be bothered a great deal.
They don't come much more experienced than these two fellows, and of course coming out here with an entourage loves a bit of a circus, don't they?
Oh yes, he certainly does.
Unfortunately for Darren, did damage to a bit of a knee some 12 or 14 months ago, and that's what's kept him off the kickboxing scene. But loves the fight game.
He certainly does.
And good combinations. Still no damage, all taken on the arms and the shoulders of Smith. Looking for the midriff, off the mark, just a touch. But all Hedgecock's punches so far in this fight had plenty of shoulder behind them.
Go on, hang in there, get him free, keep walking, come on.
Again, the second round, 8 2-minute rounds. We're into the 7th, and no real blows landed so far in this second round. Smith probably a little bit more wary, Nick, in this second round than he was in the first round. Knows now what Hedgecock's made of.
Wants to stay right out of his way.
And I really think perhaps Darren might have showed his hand a bit too soon. Ooh, good combination over the top, missed the mark, but the left hand's found it on Hedgecock. Comes back quickly. And just a stalking game at the moment. A little bit of experience starting to come from the Americans. Look at the hands down low. Looping left hand comes over the top, finds Hedgecock on the top of the head. And Hedgecock might have woken him up a little bit. Darren comes in, right hand over the top. Smith well off the mark. Hedgecock drops back into centre ring, drops the hands down. A call coming from not only the corner but also from those in the crowd. Darren, keep the pressure on. Unknown commodities when they come from overseas, especially when they come from the United States. You do not know what they can unload at any time.
Yeah, I mean, this youngster from the United States had won 5 straight knockouts in strongman fights in America. Went in there, fought the first 5 guys, knocked them out clean.
Tough man competition, yeah. We had one here in Melbourne and Victoria not long ago. And the end of round 2. Dave Smith. And as far as boxing fights are concerned, probably has had the experience, or the more experience than Darren. Darren, of course, the undefeated world champion in kickboxing tonight. Can't use the legs.
Switch into boxing.
The only part he can use here is to keep him upright, which he hopes he can do for the 8 rounds. Flicking the left hand out, Smith. Darren, it is. Smith now trying to look to lead to that body with the left hand. Stalking. Left hand, looping.
You see Darren's just waiting for an opening. He's just trying to work around him, pick a spot, and he's going to take it.
Well, interesting looking at Smith now. I think what he's trying to do is build up points. He's standing back and just trying to pick Darren off. Looking to build points instead of getting in there and mixing, because I think he realises that he can't afford to mix it with Hedgecock if they stand toe-to-toe.
So just trying to take him out on points.
Good body punch there from Darren. Gets a warning from Malcolm Bullner. Keep those hands up. Keep the punches up. Smith flicks out that left lead again. And Hedgecock almost switching. Comes in. Looking for a rip to the body with that right hand. Left hand over the top. That's found the mark on Smith. No damage done. Now looks for an opening. That's caught the American. And the crowd start to come to life a fraction. Smith back into Hedgecock's corner. Back into that blue corner. And looking to be evasive and get out. Hedgecock looks for a big bomb to come over the top. Doesn't find the mark. Smith gets out of his corner and Hedgecock wants to push him back onto the ropes again. Left hand from Hedgecock. Bang. Finds Smith. Now the left hand again. Gets through that guard of Smith. Big punch of the fight so far has been the right hand of Hedgecock. Smith's left hand, just looking at it, it's all coming from mainly the elbow, nothing coming from the shoulder at the moment.
No, I'll be surprised to see if he can drop Darren. I can't see it happening.
Yes, it's almost what you'd call a clubbing left hand, isn't it?
Yes.
With no weight of the body behind him at all, whereas Darren will unload from the shoulder. Christopher Cronus Promotions. Moment of truth tonight here in Melbourne, Victoria, at the Entertainment Centre. Dave Smith, the 23-year-old from Carolina, USA, has been out here for 3 weeks already. He's had 1 bout. And this is bout number 2. Hedgecock, who has been off the scene for a little while, has really bulked up and done some work. Walked into one then, Darren. And Smith comes back. That stung him into action. And just proved then that Smith has got a bit of a kit of punches too when he really wants to use them.
Yeah, they sort of come out real fast and real quick and explosive, but doesn't seem to be bothering Darren much. He's just sort of stalking him, waiting for the right connection.
Well, the damage that Smith's going to do is going to be in place. And if Darren just keeps distance, he's got a chance to utilise his reach. And probably the more powerful of the 2 punches at range. Smith flicking out the left hand again. Hedgecock over the top with that left hand. I like the way Darren almost switch hits there for a moment. Just dances from one to the other and goes back from orthodox to southpaw almost.
Be interesting to see with Darren, if this doesn't end too soon, how Darren will last towards the end of the 8th round.
Well, both, well, put it this way, the last 3 rounds, really, they've only been trying to size one another up. And I really think trying to look towards the 6, 7 and 8 rounds, because I really believe that if Smith just keeps in there and just keeps whipping away, building up points, Darren's really just going to have to put the pressure on and try and put him away. He's going to have to look for a number.
Just flips him then with his left cross. Smith is just moving away from Darren's.
No damage done into the corner, and Smith works his way out of the Hedgecock corner.
Notice Darren falls back into his hand techniques like a kickboxer.
Yes.
Hands go up high, elbows out. Falls
End
back.
of that round. Not a lot of life, not a lot of interest. But as I said, I get the impression these next 4 rounds, at least the last 3, I think will be fast and furious. Not being able to do the running work. This is what you need when you're starting to get 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds of a fight. You need the legs underneath you.
You certainly do.
All the work you do with weights isn't going to help you one iota. There for looks, And that's about it. So the acid test for Hedgecock. Over the top, left hand comes in underneath and flicks Smith. Now he looks for a right hand to come up underneath the guard. Flicks the left hand out. Hedgecock lifting that work rate. Already, walks into a good left hand out of Smith. And Smith knew he had him too, but Hedgecock back quickly. And I just get the impression that Darren's looking to get in there and mix it. He's got a box. Can't let the adrenaline take over Nick. Nothing from either fighter.
Both big misses.
Still showing a fair bit of respect for one another. Hedgecock comes in, pokes the tongue out at Smith.
Said that too soon, Rob.
Taking everything that Smith can throw at him, and Smith likewise. Apart from a blood nose in that first round, is showing no effects whatsoever. Give him a flipper, the audience call at the moment here. The flipper's coming out from Smith, though. It's not coming from Hedgecock. Keeps slipping that left hand out all the time.
For every point, for every left jab that Smith hits Darren, that's a point. So for every jab that scores Darren, that's a point. So you can see Smith is trying to build up this point.
Right hand over the top from Hedgecock. Smith still firmly on the feet in his corner.
Keep working, keep working.
And tries to do a little bit of work to the body. Not a lot of body punches being thrown by both these fighters tonight. We're still trying to work to the head, but as you said, and we mentioned a little bit earlier on, Smith just keeps dancing around the ring, keeps flicking out that hand, building up points. That spells danger.
Certainly does. He's definitely not scoring a lot, Darren, though. In the first few rounds he did, but it's like a touch-and-go situation at the moment, Rob.
Malcolm Bullner, one of our, well, let's say most experienced refs here in this country at the moment. Keeping both boys honest. Smith flicking out the hand again and finding Hedgecock. They both give one another a tap as they walk past of recognition and respect, I dare say. This is round 6, so 3 rounds to go.
Darren Destroyer, Hedgecock.
8 2-minute rounds. I suppose that's the thing on Hedgecock's side. If he was a racehorse, we'd be saying having his first run after a spell.
Certainly would.
Racing parlance, Hedgecock over the top now with left and right combinations, but just clubbing hands across the top of Smith, who ducked out of the trouble. Smith now looking at the midriff of Hedgecock.
Cycling him up.
Taking his eyes right off Hedgecock and still maintaining that stare into the midriff. He might be trying to work out what the JRE brand is on the shorts. Hedgecock not being sucked in by that whatsoever. Focused at centre ring. Big left hand over the top. Now, Smith drops the hand. Very much. Very much. Nice Gibson. Now we start to see a little bit of work happening of Hedgecock. Looking at Smith if to say, okay, you want to layer in centre ring, this is what I can do to you. Hedgecock, to me, is really going to have to start lifting the work rate if he wants to win this fight. Because the more we see Smith flicking out the left hand and building up points, the more that's going to work against Hedgecock. The corner, his uncle, Dave Hedgecock training, saying, come on, Darren, walk up. Come up to him. Come up to him.
And Smith is just stalking him. Booyah. No connections then.
Might have him in a spotter botter. Covers up Smith. That hurt him from Hedgecock, but he flicked the one out of Hedgecock beforehand, which caught him nicely. 2 on the button. The left hand again, being flicked out. This is better work. To me, Hedgecock should be in there now, really starting to put the power on Smith.
Should have him in that corner. Bam. Bam.
Left to the body. Now a left hand catching Smith on the top of that right arm. Covering up the body shots.
Darren should be throwing combinations.
Smith knowing exactly what power Hedgecock's got, because he knows he's trying to get side onto him all the time. Oh, looking for a right uppercut. That one was a little bit low. Never hit him as far as he's concerned. Darren looked across the ball and said, I never touched him. So maybe Smith looking for a little bit of respite. Who knows?
You can't play games out there, Rob. You've got to get out there really, and you've got to do what you have to do. You've got to do it quick.
Round 7 of 8.
I think you'll see a bit of action in this round. Second round before the last.
Hedgecock fairly fresh in the corner. And the American perhaps in a spotter botter in that particular round. Copped a low blow, according to him. In fact, I watched him in the corner, and he must have copped one because he wasn't feeling the best. They're back out in centre ring now. I shouldn't call him a journeyman, but on one hand, he's a fighter that is wily enough and experienced enough to turn around and take this fight to 8 rounds. Hedgecock getting him in the neutral corner, over the top. Again, Smith out. Trying to look for that looping left hand to connect. Neither do.
Darren just pausing and waiting. I can see a left cross coming across from Darren. I can almost taste it.
Let me know when you do with it, because I think Smith will taste it as well.
Bit of dancing from Darren.
Left hand getting up underneath the chin of Smith. And the wily American.
You can see Darren's trying to set him up for the big right. Nice weaving from Darren.
It was nice weaving because there was a bit of power in that punch that would have connected from Smith on that occasion. Again, up underneath, Hedgecock finds the opening, looks for the body. And Smith's going to say, listen, pal, you're just going to have to chase me. You want to hit me, you find me and chase me. Darren Hedgecock getting plenty of encouragement from the crowd here at the Entertainment Centre. Smith covers up quickly. Right and left combinations to the body. Good left hand on Smith on that occasion. Hit him right across the top of the nose. Now a right to the midriff. Has got the kit of punches, Darren, but his corner yelling out now. They can sense that he could put him away. Smith now looks across to his own corner. In a spot of bottom. In fact, looks, of the two fighters, probably a little bit softer than Darren.
I'd say lots softer than Darren, Rob. I'd like to see Darren take it all the way and end it in the first few seconds, but I think definitely go the distance.
Well, Hedgecock opened up into the neutral corner.
And I hope Darren proves me wrong.
Smith back with the left hand over the top. No weight in it. Right and left combinations. Still poking out the hands. Good left hand there from Smith. Caught Hedgecock. Again, the left hand comes out from Smith, but only catches Darren on the forehead. Combinations coming from Hedgecock. That's it. The roar from the crowd comes, but there's no damage done.
See Dave Hedgecock yelling at Darren, telling him to get in there, throw some combination. Nice left cross body punch from Darren.
Then again, Smith comes back and Darren walks into a left hand. Now looking for a right hand. Smith hits him on the forehead again. As Darren ducks down. Pokes the tongue out. Chastising. The left hand of Smith coming out. I don't know whether he's foxing or what he's doing, Nick, on a lot of occasions. Smith, he sort of puts the hands up, looking for cover as if, oh, hang on, I'm in trouble here, and then comes out blazing. But I think that's just the experience. On one hand, I think also he knows the measure of this fellow. Right hand from Smith. Grazes the chin of Hedgecock. Looking for shots to the body. It's a good right hand. Now trying to work up underneath because he knows that's where the weak spot is. But Hedgecock still unable to put him away. Trying to build up points. Smith would have built up quite a few points in those middle rounds and early rounds. Flicking out that left hand. A little bit of sting gone out of the punches of Smith at the moment. That was those two punches, those two left hands, Nick, were that of a tired fighter.
Definitely, I think if Darren gets him with a good body shot, he'll definitely end it. I can see that Dave Smith is a little bit bothered. I saw Darren hit him with the left body shot, and actually I could see Dave Smith's face. It sort of changed a little, as if he hurt him, but that's the end of the fight there, Rob.
Well, a bit of frustration from Darren on that occasion. Heard the bell go, and as if to say, you know, I really wanted to put him down. I really wanted to put him away.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Pauline Stone gives it 72-79. Judge Chris Anderson, a similar card, 72-79. Final card, Ignatius Mitsalatus, 73-79. The winner, Darren Destroyer.